And here with me now is Dr. Brent Knight with Lansing Community College. Dr. Knight, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you.
As we start this conversation about veterans, tell us how educational institutions like LCC can help student veterans succeed in the academic environment.
Well, we're trying to help veterans to achieve employment in the civilian sector and get the training they need so that they can get a good job as fast as possible.
What would your advice be to veterans if they want to go back to school?
Well, find a military-friendly college, and they're designated as such, and they're familiar with veterans and veterans issues and how to help to overcome.
Tell me a little bit about what Lansing Community College does in the program from the medic to paramedic to nurse program and how that helps out veteran students.
Well, in all branches of service, there are well-trained medics, and they're active on the battlefield, as we all know, and they have great training and experience. But you need to convert that to civilian. So, for example, in medic training, they wouldn't have senior citizens on the battlefield. So we would need to do training to fill in where they wouldn't have the training and experience. So we've developed a program where we can take in medics and get them to a job as a paramedic and then help them to earn their RN credential, and then they could become a registered nurse. And we do this in the shortest possible time so they don't have to duplicate their training.
And so the transition time is a little shorter for them then
yes,
as well.
Much shorter.
So then how could other institutions implement a program like that?
Well, there's a lot of technical parts to this. There's a lot of code, you might say, in these experiences and the training, and you have to do the conversion. So it just takes time, effort, and study and overcoming. So
you have that program, the medic to paramedic to nurse program at LCC. Are there any other programs on the horizon that you're looking to implement to help out veterans who are heading back to the classroom?
Yes, we'd like to do surgical technician training. And then in other parts of our college, like we have aviation maintenance, and we'd like to help veterans who've had training in aviation to, again, achieve a credential, civilian credential, and get a job.
And what is that process when you sit back and say, all right, these are the classes or these are the programs that we can offer veterans? How long does it take to then implement those?
Well, it can take longer than shorter because it's more difficult. And you have to get into what the military is doing and obtain the experiences and figure out, they call it a crosswalk. What experience and training have you had in the military, and how do we apply that to civilian programs?
Are more higher institution learning areas, are they now taking this? Are they saying, what can we do to help veterans integrate back into the education?
Well, I think the whole nation is increasingly sensitive and aware that we need to help veterans. They have served our nation, and the civilian world needs to be as accommodating as we can.
In your experience in the business world, what advice would you give CEOs or managers when they're looking to hire a veteran?
Well, CEOs, sometimes there's a distance between a CEO and the HR person doing the hiring. So CEOs need to ensure that the HR people are consistent with what they're trying to do.
So a lot of communication then.
Mm-hmm. And follow up.
And what would you say are the career opportunities for veterans now here in Michigan?
Oh, they're great. I mean, the Michigan economy is growing, and there are many employment opportunities in Michigan. There are thousands of unfilled jobs in Michigan, and veterans have great qualifications.
To be able to have this kind of conversation and bring all these people here together today and talking about that, what is that like in terms of exchange of ideas?
Oh, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, and I appreciate the governor focusing on it here today.
Okay, Dr. Brent Knight from Lansing Community College, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.